How's it going, guys? It's the Pixelated Pumpkin, and welcome to a brand new series called Spirit Halloween Theme Lab. And in this series, I'll be creating and designing my very own Spirit Halloween theme inside a 3D modeling software. I'll tell you all about that later, but I just want to thank GM Haunts for inspiring me and letting me use pretty much his idea to make my own series out of it. I really do appreciate that, so be sure to check out his videos where he designed his own themes with 3D modeling. I highly recommend subscribing to him as well. I will link him in the description and stuff. But with that, let's explain the series a little bit. So every episode will be a different part of the theme. So starting off in this episode, we'll be starting with the Archway. Then we'll move on to the front theme, and then finally we'll move on to the back theme. So I guess it really doesn't need much more explanation. This is modeled inside of a software called Tinkercad. It is pretty rudimentary for 3D modeling and is mainly meant for making models to 3D print, but I thought this would be a great use for it. So I'll just be taking you through and giving you a tour of the Archway theme for Reaper's Valley. That's my theme. It's basically my dream Spirit Halloween theme. I just thought, if I were to design a Spirit Halloween theme, what would I want? And it is the ultimate farm theme, in my opinion. So, without any more hesitation, let's get started.
Alrighty, everybody. Now we are inside the software, and here it is. Here's my Archway theme, being Reaper's Valley Archway. So that is the name of the theme, Reaper's Valley. The story is it's basically Jack the Reaper's old farm, which she has since abandoned, and I'll go into a little bit more of the story in the next episode, but right now here is the Archway welcoming you in to Reaper's Valley Farm, and I am so happy with the way this one came out. I'm very excited to break it down for you guys. So we'll do piece by piece. We'll start off with the Archway sign here, the Archway itself, where you'll walk under to get into the theme. So basically what this wooden structure is, it's basically a support for the windmill here. The story is that the windmill is kind of collapsing, so they built this little support, and it makes for a nice entranceway into the farm, and I feel like it just overall fits the aesthetic of the old rustic wooden farm. So here it is. Here is the little support structure here with the sign on itself. Now I know typically for Spirit Halloween themes there is a separate sign that really isn't built into what's holding it up, but for this one I feel like it would just work better. And I think in a real theme they wouldn't be 3D letters, they would all just be flat little letters, but I think just for the sake of the model it looks good here to have all of them pop out. But I think in real life they would just have to use those flat cardboard letters instead, but still I think it looks great. As you can see, I put so much detail into it here, and I just really enjoy the way this came out. Obviously it says welcome to Reaper's Valley. The welcome to sign is a little bit messed up, but the Reaper's Valley is still in nice condition at least. And as you can see, there are a ton of little details here with the owl up perched on top of the structure here, and as well as another bird about to take off, it looks like. Here we have a little sign here that says, danger, condemned, do not enter under any circumstances. So yes, this is an old abandoned farm. That's basically what the vibe and the story is kind of. And I just really like the way this came out. Kind of like spelling it was pretty easy. They do have a tool in the modeling software, but I think this came out really nice. And again, it adds to the story, and it's just nice to have these little details mixed in. So that's it for the kind of where you walk under, and of course the sign. But now let's talk about this little area over here. So I'll save the windmill for last since that's my favorite, but we'll talk about this little area over here. So this is obviously the left riser. Typically an Archway theme always has two risers where two props will go, but there'll be a few more props in the Archway theme this year. There'll only be one prop here. Again, I'm not going to really say what props go where, because like obviously there's no new props to put in here, and I'm not going to make props in this software. That would be way too complicated. Themes are pretty easy to build in this. I cannot make props, so sorry about that. But there'll be something, and there'll definitely be at least one prop that goes here. And then we have the corn stalks over here and the little fence. Obviously, the fence will be made out of cardboard, and I guess for the corn stalks, they could do the same thing they did in 2018 and just use plastic ones, which I think would be really cool to buy since they'll obviously last forever. But they would look really cool here, obviously adding more into the farm theming here with the corn stalks. And now you may be wondering, what's this little hay bale back here for? Well, that's going to be an area for another prop, and I actually do have in mind a perfect prop that can go here, being Sitting Scarecrow. It'll basically be the same prop placement as Sitting Scarecrow in Spirit Halloween 2019. They did have him basically in the same exact spot, but I think it would even make more sense here, since obviously it is a farm theme, and it's just a little hay bale for him to sit on, and it's just a really nice little area to set up another prop at, so I think that would look really nice there. So that is it for the left riser when walking in. I think this would be a pretty cool area to put a prop. And obviously, it's just not blank. Since they have this over here, they could have easily just left this blank. But I wanted to add so much little details in. So I think having a little fence and the corn stalks here adds so much to it. So let me know what you think of this little area here. I think it's a perfect place to put another prop, and I think it looks really cool. And it's nice not having just the same thing on either side. Really wouldn't make much sense. If I was lazy, I could easily just copy and pasted this and basically just flipped it and put it on the other side. But no, I went all out, and we have an awesome windmill to show it. I am really pleased with the way this came out, so I'll break it down for you. So obviously, this is the right riser when walking into the store. Every Archway theme, again, has the two left and right risers where one individual prop will go. Now, definitely a prop can definitely fit inside this. It'll probably just have to be around like a 6-foot one and not too wide. Also, I made an area for a jumping spider to go as well, since I think that would just be a cool thing to throw in as well. It's these little broken board areas here, so there's a little bit of a broken out space where the jumping spider can go through, and then obviously there's a large open area here for a life-size animatronic to go. And then when we come up to talk about the rest of it, here are just some more like the wooden structure details here, just like a real windmill. And then at the very top, there will be a motor inside the windmill that actually makes it turn. So when walking in, this thing will be animated and moving, which is just would be so cool to see in real life. And also I added this little spider right here as another little detail. Again, it'll probably vary between each store if they were actually to make this, but just the more details, the better. I'm really, really happy with the way this one came out. So for realism's sake, I think normally the archways at Spirit Halloween, they're probably around like 7 to 6 feet tall. So the windmill would probably only ending up being around 9 to 10 feet tall, which is still pretty tall. It might not be able to fit in every store, but, you know, it's not like one-to-one, so they could definitely shrink down the spokes a little bit if you wanted to fit this and have it 100% accurate to an actual store. But I think it looks fine as it is, and I'm very, very pleased with the way it came out. So that's going to be it, really. Again, just one last look around. I'm very happy with the way this one came out. And I already finished making the front theme, so tune in next time to see that. It's going to be really awesome, and there'll be a lot more to talk about. So don't worry if this one was a little bit short. Next time, I got a lot more to talk about. But here is Reaper's Valley one more time. Definitely really excited with the way this one came out. And I hope you guys enjoyed a lot, too. Well, that's going to be it for this one, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe. As always, also check out my merch and my Instagram in the description below. And here's one last look around the Reaper's Valley Archway. And that's pretty much it, everybody. So thank you so much for watching. And as always, this is the Pixelated Pumpkin, signing out. Thanks for watching.